You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. Hello, Dan.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah, well, you weren't supposed to say that. You're supposed to trick us or
Fool's
something.
Day? Yeah, I'm not that guy.
No? You know who is in this room?
Okay,
Heidi.
seriously?
Yeah.
I would not have pegged you
Yeah.
for one of those pranksters.
Every year she would get our son. I'm about afraid to find out what she's going to do to him this year.
I haven't done it since I went a little too far with
When the
last
police
one.
were at the house?
Yeah.
Things go bad.
Things went haywire.
Yeah.
It was just a joke.
You didn't forgive me.
It was bad. The cops were involved. It's not good. What else we got there, Dan?
Big happy birthday to one of my favorite actors of all time. Gordon Jump does not get the accolades that he deserves. Gordon Jump, of course, Mr. Carlson,
Yes,
WKRP,
And he was the Maytag man.
Cincinnati.
I
Yeah,
loved
he's
him.
pretty phenomenal. What else is going on? It was this day, 1976. They filed the paperwork. Oh, yes, they did. Steve Wozniak and Stevie Jobs founded Apple Computers in the garage of Jobs' parents' home in California.
That's
A
really
day
cool.
that will live in infamy.
Isn't that something?
There was a third founder as well. That
No, there wasn't, John.
There was?
No, well, you Google it and I'll get busy over here. That's really all.
That was all, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Yesterday we had fun during our little quarantine watching people work outside.
During our little quarantine.
On the first day of quarantine, my true love gave to me. No, it was pretty fun. We watched a guy tear up a stump. That was fun.
Yeah, nobody really did it better. And in fact, I think you can probably watch it for free these days. Young John Travolta starring in The Boy in the Bubble.
Oh yeah,
Phenomenal film.
Was
It was not.
it was a film, all right. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I love to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning there, small.
We are fantastic.
Heidi, quick question. Couldn't help but notice you switch up the wardrobe again a little bit.
Little bit. Little bit.
You went showing a little skin there. Whoa, I just throw it out there. Your folks must have been terrorists because you are the bomb. Well, let's get busy. Ever since I announced the other day that Ranger Dan Enterprises is releasing a brand new, well, call it a mini-series, if you will. We'll see how it goes. Titled The Possum Prince.
Yeah.
Loosely, apparently, based on something called Tiger King, which I'm not aware of at all. It's Possum Prince, available on the Ranger Dan YouTube channel. And a big thank you to the 2.3 million subscribers that have checked in already at just $12.95 a month. That's pretty darn good when you consider we haven't actually produced an episode yet.
Some expectations now, Ranger Dan.
You know, the Possum Prince, which is being underwritten by Brian Seacrest Productions, follows the possibly but not very likely true story of a former ranger, hard drinking, quick to anger, Danny Erotic, who lords over a possum petting zoo and breeding ranch outside Sisseton, South Dakota. And his decades of run-ins with the town folk, the law, and a bloodthirsty gang of transvestite possum trappers from Mobridge who also happen to be addicted to industrial-grade hemp. So I did notice on my webs all kinds of searches for critter knowledge having to do with possums, which have been kind of king of the animal world since this thing is supposed to premiere pretty much in the next, week or so. Yeah. Anyway, a little critter knowledge here. Possums, it's interesting to know, perhaps you've heard the old adage, playing possum.
Oh, yeah.
That is actually true, and that is based on, and this is critter knowledge facts, possums will sometime escape danger or being killed by predators by playing possum or playing dead. Possum will simply lie on its side with its tongue hanging out of its mouth, its eyes shut, and by doing this, it will allow itself to even be mauled by that predator till it loses interest and leaves.
Wow.
Whenever I was feeling frisky, the old ex used to do that. Ranger wife.
Ranger wife.
Worked every dang time, too. That's all the time we've got today. You Rangers, like I know what doesn't kill you just makes you stronger, except for bears. Bears will kill you every time. It's Ranger Dan out. Say it with me. Yes, sir.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio right now. How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Just trying to keep abreast of what's going on the planet these days, and some of our lawmakers are still busy, still getting some things done. And of course, Kristi Noem has been all over the news lately.
Yeah,
to keep people abreast of what's happening. Was yesterday. Thanks to the Associated Press for letting me completely steal this article. South Dakota lawmakers met early yesterday to pass temporary emergency measures amid the pandemic going on, but rejected key bills that would have given Governor Kristi Noem's administration the ability to shut down businesses. So that's actually probably a good thing. Legislators postponed local elections from mid-April until June, waived state requirements on schools due to the, can we say Chinese virus?
Yeah, we can.
Sure.
Or is it more politically correct to say the virus that came from China?
Either way, I guess.
But declined the governor's request that the state health secretary and county officials be granted the power to close businesses. This is just so bizarre. Several lawmakers said that it should be the governor who orders such closures in an emergency.
Yeah.
Noem, as you probably know, has faced criticism from the state's largest group of doctors for not already doing so, although she has said that it's not clear in state law that she has the power. That's the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Even the President of the United States doesn't have the power to say,
because this is supposed to be a free country.
That's it. It's still civil liberties. It's still,
right.
We're all sovereign individuals. So this is why things are so whacked out, why you will see one state doing something, see a neighboring state really kind of doing something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And where do the powers really lay? And that's where the lines seem to keep moving a little bit, and we have questions. And with me, watching, our governor, Kristi Noem, this is hard for anybody in a political position.
Yeah.
What do we do? How do we do it? What can we actually do? And that, and she's,
and what are the repercussions of those decisions?
Yeah, and as far as I can tell, our South Dakota state legislature and the governor, all of them they're playing this pretty tight, like they probably should be.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, and again, I'll just go with what I know because I drive by there every day. Log cabin on Burnside's still open. That's pretty much all anybody needs.
Or the cars that are there broke down when they were there last.
And they haven't been able to get them out of there yet.
Or maybe they're just sleeping it off from last Saturday night. I don't know.
All things are possible. Well, Dan, thank you for that report.
It's absolute the least I can do.
We appreciate you listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Time now for the Gift Card
Card
Challenge. We're encouraging people to go out and buy gift cards from local businesses. I've got some right over here. Check that out, Heidi.
Look at
I got
that.
these the other day from the Frying Pan in Sioux Falls. I love those guys.
Oh, I do too.
It's one of my favorite places to go. It was so sad. I walked in there and the place was like empty except for the people working. And then where my favorite salad bar in the whole wide world is set up and my favorite soup ever, it was all just vacant. There's nothing in that because it's all just to go.
Right. Well, yeah.
And they have Grubhub, I think, delivering stuff for them
nice.
right now.
Yeah.
And then you can like call in and order stuff and then go pick it up. So you can do that. And then another one of my favorite places, Famous Dave's. You can still, and that's a place that typically, you go in and sit down and eat.
Right.
Because it's delicious. But you can call ahead and you can order stuff. So to kind of kick off the gift card challenge that we're doing, where we're encouraging you to go and buy a gift card from somebody, we're going to actually give away $20 right now to Famous Dave's. So get some pig bucks we're going to give you. And if you would like to call in, should we make them jump through any hoops or just call me?
Which caller?
I don't know. Number what?
Caller number 2.
Oh, wow. See that guy on the line right there? He's mad at you right now. 605-933-1980. That's the number. We've got entertainment news of the day on the way.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
And it is time right now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Hey, don't you ever doubt it. Celebrities are fabulous. I just thought this was fascinating because normally, Tuesday, Wednesday during the week, I'll go back and do some box office.
Oh, yeah.
Like revenue scores.
Who's the winner of the weekend?
The last full box office receipts I have were actually from last weekend.
Really?
And there's already a steep decline because normally we're talking, well, this movie made X amount of millions over the weekend.
Yeah.
Now we're down into the tens of thousands, even the thousands.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So, yeah, in fact, your average film was down by about 50% across the board. But again, this was last weekend.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
this most recent weekend, I actually looked up and I kind of had to chuckle.
Yeah.
Because the theaters are shut down. They are just
Yeah.
shut down.
Nothing's open. Yeah.
There was one movie, limited release. In fact, it played in one screen, but I couldn't quite ascertain what city it was in.
Yeah, somebody's home basement theater, maybe.
A little film called Lost in America,
Okay.
which was about really kind of the blight of homeless youth in this country, apparently, as far as I can know. Showed on one screen March 27th through the 29th.
Okay.
Pulled in $78.
$78.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that just
That's
crazy?
interesting,
Wasn't that
isn't
long ago we're talking about,
Millions.
Bad Boys 3 is up to
Yeah.
$150 million. And
Yeah.
Wow.
one movie release, one screen, $78. Welcome to what's left of Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's one of the things I've been hearing a little scuttlebutt about the drive-in theaters.
You said scuttlebutt.
A lot of scuttlebutt.
Well,
a lot
hey,
of folks.
give me just a second. I'll
Yes.
clap. For
Right? He's such an old man.
that. Yeah, that was kind of
Hey,
cute.
you crazy kids! You know your scuttlebutt talking about the drive-in theaters.
I call shenanigans.
So the drive-in over in Laverne, and I believe there's a drive-in in Mitchell. I wonder if they're going to do really well.
Oh, huh.
If they'll be open maybe earlier than normal because there's
Or at all.
not. Because here's the other thing: when in the scuttlebutt, where people were talking about this was online scuttlebutt. They were talking about this, and I chimed in and I said, "What are they going to show on these screens?" Because Hollywood,
Well-
everything, they're waiting to put anything out. So it's like, what are they going to put on them?
Well, they could put out the stuff that is just left the theater. That's the way it
They
usually
want.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah, but what?
I'd pay Gate to see Sharknado.
I would too. I would too.
Let's get creative here.
Should we watch
They could
Sharknado here?
They could just go back and do a bunch of retro movies. People would go to it just to have something to do.
In the winter of the weekend, Back to the Future.
Why not? Why not? Yeah, retro the thing out, man. It's a drive-in.
That'd be fantastic.
It would be kind of cool.
Absolutely. So there you go. You got your
$78 box
scuttlebutt
office.
shenanigans and then a little taste of hubbubbery. right here. You covered it all.
It's everything you want and more. Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
Absolutely.
This is more exciting than watching the stump get ripped up yesterday.
That was pretty classic.
Got to say, hats off to Epic Solutions. They came out and epically ripped up a stump for us and did a phenomenal job. If you need some help from them, I'll throw a link on our Facebook page how to get a hold of them. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.